Welcome to Astro Venture, the DSLR astrophotography channel. Hey there, Astroventures, welcome back. If you're new to this astrophotography channel, my name is George, and this is the astrophotography channel for DSLR and mirrorless camera bodies, combined with the lenses we already own and simple star tracker like the Sky Guider Pro or the Star Adventure. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about a website that I use called Telescopius.com. And the beauty of this website is that it allows you to go and find targets and then frame them up so you can determine the focal length that you want and how you want to orient your camera. So, for example, in the upper right corner here we have the search box, and I'm going to start to type in Pleiades, and there it is, filled it in. I'll select it. It will then load the information, and as I slide down here, you'll see this green framing box. Now this green framing box is set to the parameters of a full frame, and you can see that over here. I have this highlighted, and I've got it at 36 millimeters by 24. You can change this out to whatever size you're using, if you're shooting crop sensor, if you're shooting micro four thirds, whatever it is. That way there you can adjust that box. Another neat little tool is down here at the bottom. You can slide this left and right, and you can change the orientation for the framing of the sensor relative to the target. And let's say that this is where I want it. I can then close this, and I can change my focal length, and it will show me what it will look like relative to the size of the sensor that I inputted. So for Pleiades, 100 millimeters just isn't enough. I'm going to kick this up to 500, enter, and close out that box. And here you can see it. I've got a beautiful framing of Pleiades within the sensor size that I'm using, and now I know exactly what it is that I want to use when I head out there. Now, one of the drawbacks, sometimes there are different targets that may not readily come up. For example, I like to shoot Rho Ophiuchi, and that's in the constellation of Scorpius, and it can be hard to find because, for example, if I come up here and I type in Antares, which is the heart of the Scorpion, it's not there, as you can see, no results found. Okay, let's try typing in Rho. No results found, it's not there. So sometimes what it requires is that you go searching for something else nearby. So I'm going to look up the Lagoon Nebula, which is M8. That's not too far from it. And then knowing where things are in the sky, for one, I can come over here. I can change my focal length. Let's kick this out to 100 for the purpose of locating our target. So here's Lagoon, and I know the Lagoon Nebula, and I know that Rho is over here to the side. And here we go. Here's where I've pulled in Rho. And now I can go back, I can play with this focal length and figure out exactly what it is that I want to do. And there we go. And I can head back into the camera, change the orientation of the sensor. There we go. Can grab the screen, move it around a little bit, get it positioned, but I can figure out exactly what it is that I want. This is an amazing program. There's all kinds of great stuff on here. I'm only touching on this one aspect, but I encourage you, get in there and explore it. If you're somebody that is using an ASI Air to locate things, it will provide you information as to what, you know, the right ascension and the declinations. That information is over here to the right, so you can find that. Down below, it's got different suggested targets that are up. They also have a moon calendar. I love the moon calendar for planning out future nights for when it is that I'm going to go out shooting. And this is all available for you. It's free of charge on this website, Telescopius. And so I encourage you, get on there and, use these tools. They're there. And lastly, with that, down at the very bottom, he has a little heart symbol with a help with a donation. And I would really, encourage you, buy him a cup of coffee or something. Throw a few bucks his way, because this information is absolutely insanely valuable. Well, there you go. Telescopius.com. It's a serious tool that I use, free of charge. I encourage you to check it out, as well as all the other information that's contained within the website. And if you like the information and the content that you're seeing, please consider ringing the bell, subscribing, and sharing this video. Help us grow the channel. And lastly, we do have our Facebook group, Astro Venture DSLR. We would love to see you over there in the Facebook group. Continue the conversation and share with us what it is that you've been out shooting on your night of astrophotography. Until next time, I wish you clear skies and uneventful nights.